Section 1. What is gender identity? A simple start. Gender identity is something deeply personal. It's how you feel inside. It's your own internal sense of who you are. This feeling might match the sex you were assigned at birth, or, it might not. For example, some people are assigned male at birth, but they know in their hearts that they are women. This internal feeling is not a choice. It's a fundamental part of a person's being. It's about your soul and your spirit, not just your body. Understanding this is the first step toward seeing people for who they truly are, beyond any labels or expectations that society might place on them. Gender expression is different from gender identity. Expression is how you show your gender to the world. It's the way you present yourself. This can be through your clothes, your hairstyle, or your mannerisms. It can also be through your name and the pronouns you use, like he, she, or they. Someone might express their gender in ways that are seen as masculine, feminine, or a mix of both. Your expression can change from day to day. It's a way to communicate your identity, but it doesn't define your identity. It's a form of personal art. It's important to understand the difference between these two ideas. Your identity is your internal truth. Your expression is your external communication. For cisgender people, their gender identity aligns with the sex they were assigned at birth. For transgender people like me, our gender identity does not align with the sex we were assigned at birth. This is a simple fact of human diversity. It's always been this way, even if we're only now starting to have the language to talk about it openly and with more understanding. It's about honoring that inner voice. Think of it like this. We all have a name that we feel is ours. If someone kept calling you by the wrong name, it would feel strange and disrespectful. It would feel like they're not seeing the real you. Your gender identity is just as core to who you are as your name. It's not something that can be debated or decided by others. It's your truth to know and to share. It's a beautiful and powerful part of what makes you uniquely you. We all deserve to be called by our right name and seen for our true selves. Section 2. The beautiful spectrum of expression. People express their gender in countless beautiful ways. There's no one right way to be a man, a woman, or any other gender. Some women might love wearing dresses and makeup, while others prefer jeans and no makeup at all. Some men might enjoy sports and building things, while others might love poetry and dance. These preferences don't make someone more or less of their gender. They're simply expressions of individual personality. We must move beyond rigid stereotypes that tell us how we should act based on our gender. These old rules can be very limiting and, honestly, can cause a lot of pain. Consider the idea of a spectrum. Instead of seeing gender as just two opposite boxes, male and female, we can see it as a wide and colourful line. Some people feel they're firmly on one end or the other. Others might feel they're somewhere in the middle. And some people might feel they're not on that line at all. People who identify as non-binary, for example, do not see themselves as exclusively a man or a woman. They might use pronouns like they, them to reflect their identity. This is not confusing. It's just another part of the rich diversity of human experience. This diversity is a gift. It makes our world more interesting and vibrant. When we allow people to express themselves authentically, we all benefit. We see new forms of art, new styles, and new ways of thinking. When a boy is told he can't cry, or a girl is told she can't be a leader, we're shutting down parts of their humanity. We're telling them that their feelings and ambitions are wrong. By embracing a wider range of gender expressions, we give everyone the freedom to be their whole, complete selves without fear of judgment. True strength comes from being authentic. This is why language is so important. Using the correct pronouns for someone is a basic sign of respect. It shows that you see them and acknowledge their identity. It might take a little practice if you're not used to it, but the effort means so much. It creates a safe space where people feel validated. Simply asking someone, "What are your pronouns?" can be a powerful act of kindness. It opens the door for a more honest and respectful connection, allowing everyone to feel comfortable in their own skin and in the world around them. Society's views on gender have not always been the same. If you look back through history, you will find many cultures that recognized more than two genders. In many indigenous communities across North America, for example, there have long been concepts like two-spirit people, individuals who embody both masculine and feminine spirits. These individuals were often respected and held special roles within their communities. The idea of a strict gender binary with only men and women is actually a relatively modern and Western concept. It has not been the standard for all people at all times. Over the last century, our understanding of gender has evolved significantly. The feminist movements of the 20th century challenged the idea that women were inferior to men. They fought for equal rights and opportunities. This opened up conversations about gender roles and what it means to be a woman. More recently, the transgender rights movement has brought visibility to the experiences of trans people. It has pushed society to understand that gender identity is separate from biological sex. We are learning and unlearning so much, and that is a positive thing. This change is still happening all around us. We see it in our schools, workplaces, and in the media. More shows and movies are including transgender and non-binary characters. More companies are creating inclusive policies. More young people are growing up with a broader understanding of gender than previous generations ever had. Of course, this change is not always easy. There is often resistance and pushback from those who are uncomfortable with new ideas. But progress is being made step by step, conversation by conversation, as more people open their hearts and minds. We are in the middle of a powerful cultural shift. We are moving away from rigid boxes and toward a more fluid and accepting view of human identity. This is not about erasing gender, it is about expanding it. It is about making room for everyone. The discussions we are having today about pronouns, gender-neutral bathrooms, and representation in media are all part of this important evolution. They are signs that we are striving to create a world where every single person can live with dignity, respect, and the freedom to be who they are. Real-life stories help us understand the human heart behind the labels. Think of someone like Elliot Page, an actor who shared his journey of coming out as a transgender man. By sharing his story, he gave a voice to so many others and helped people understand what it means to live authentically. Or consider India Moore, a talented actor and model who is transgender and non-binary. Their presence in the public eye challenges old ideas and shows the world the beauty of living in one's truth. These are not just stories about gender, they are stories about courage, identity, and the universal human need to be seen. Respect is the foundation of everything. It is about treating others as they want to be treated. When someone tells you their gender identity and their pronouns, believe them. It is not your place to question or debate their experience. You do not have to understand everything perfectly to be respectful. You just have to be willing to listen and learn. A little kindness goes a long way. This simple act of acceptance can be life-changing for someone who may have faced rejection or misunderstanding from others. It is a powerful message that says you are valid and you matter. Empathy is our greatest tool. Try to imagine what it might feel like to have everyone see you as something you are not. Imagine the constant struggle of having to correct people or hide a fundamental part of yourself. This is the reality for many transgender and gender non-conforming people. By putting ourselves in their shoes, even for a moment, we can build a deeper sense of connection and understanding. Empathy moves us beyond judgment and toward compassion. It helps us see the shared humanity in all of us, regardless of our gender identity. I encourage you to continue learning with an open mind. Read books, watch documentaries, and listen to the stories of transgender people in their own words. The world is full of diverse and beautiful experiences. The more we learn, the more we grow as individuals and as a society. This journey of understanding is not just for some of us, it is for all of us. Let's work together to build a world where every person feels safe, seen, and celebrated for exactly who they are. Let's lead with love.